Furious dad destroys liberal teacher after what SHE snuck into his daughter's homework. Liberals have long been known to go after our children, by influencing the TV shows that they watch, the music they listen to, and even the colleges they attend. But one teacher just issued a very anti-Trump homework assignment that has this father up in arms. The far left has completely brainwashed our generation, and it all began in the 1960s. What started off as a seemingly innocent cultural movement has now turned into one of the most devastating threats that America has faced since the spread of communism in 20th century. Colleges and kindergartens alike are filled with anti-Trump teachers who continually impose their political opinions on children who are too young to think. They skewer the facts, smear the statistics, and even tell blatant lies, like gender is a social construct, or Trump is a racist. One teacher, however, went too far when she assigned an anti-Trump homework assignment to her classroom of young children. The assignment, which implied that Trump was a condescending jerk, also implied that Obama was a far better president. Vincent Ungro's 11-year-old daughter attends Paulo Intermediate School, IS 75, in Staten Island, New York. What started as an ordinary day took quite the turn when his child returned from school with quite the homework assignment. After having trouble filling in the blanks of her vocabulary worksheet, she turned to her dad for help. However, you can imagine his surprise when he looked down to see what was written on the paper. President Trump speaks in a very superior and underscore manner, insulting many people. He needs to be more underscore so that the American people respect and admire him. As a Trump supporter himself, Ungro was immediately angered by the biased question and what it implied about the current President of the United States. Of course, this was only made worse when he looked at the next question to see that it actually praised Barack Obama. Ungro responded by telling his daughter not to answer either of those questions, and decided to put in an answer of his own. After first circling the blatantly anti-Trump and pro-Obama questions, the angry dad then wrote, "Keep your political views to yourself," but the situation didn't stop there. The liberal snowflake teacher, upon receiving the message, reportedly became triggered and wrote Mr. Ungro a nasty email. What incredible tolerance she has shown by enforcing her political opinion onto children and then attacking a father who wants to preserve his child's mind from such brainwashing. "Firstly, I do not believe I was expressing a political view at all on my part," she said, which is an obvious lie. "This is considered freedom of speech and I feel I have the same right as they do," she added. "This hypocrisy is absolutely incredible. Imagine what would happen if a conservative teacher was promoting Trump in his homework. He would be crucified." Thankfully, the teacher was reprimanded by her administration. Although Zawadzki has been teaching at the school since 2005 and isn't going anywhere since she is tenured, she did get reprimanded for her disgusting behavior. As Young Conservatives reports, the school wrote up the teacher and put the complaint in her file. Of course, that merely accounts to a slap on the wrist, but it gets the point across. This patriotic father has every single right to get angry over his daughter being brainwashed. These liberals claim that they're all for freedom of speech and tolerance, yet then have the audacity to push their bias into our children's homework, and attack us if we do the same.